Hey you guys, so I want to make a video about female body count because there's a lot of stuff going around, especially in the manosphere, about not wanting a relationship or marriage with a woman with a high body count. And from the research I did, it's all based on one study, which shows that women with more than two partners, actually women with women with two partners had the lowest rate of divorce, and women with one partner before marriage or more than two partners had the highest rate of divorce, although the differences were not that great. And also when we look at marriage satisfaction. However, when we look at education level, college educated women have had more partners before marriage. I think that the women who had no partners before marriage probably were very religious, and they have to say that they're happy. But nonetheless, I get that some men want a woman who has a low body count, which means that she has had few sexual partners before him. I think few meaning zero or one or maybe two at the most. The problem being that if she's had more than that, she's always going to compare him to someone else. And somehow a lot of men find this very unappealing. It's sort of like, to me, a form of mate guarding. Now, here's what I have to say about that. You absolutely have the right to go for what you want and have your preferences. I think the number of women who've only had one partner before you is going to be very small in this day and age, because people are waiting longer to get married, and the only women who will be virgins till the age of 30 will be women who are really religious, or women who don't like sex. Um, but so if you want a woman who's had few sexual partners, I think you have to find someone who's still in her early 20s and hasn't done much exploring. But hey, what do I know? I find it very fascinating that so many men are obsessed. And I had a client here today. We had some good conversations about this, and he told me from all of his conversations with his friends, um, of all races and income groups, that men generally want a woman who has had few sexual partners. And he includes himself in that. And this is what I say. This is what I think. I find it very interesting what men think, and I'm curious how many men feel that way. And I'm wondering if the reason you feel that way is just because that's generally what men want, or if you have had experiences with trashy women that you couldn't trust, or there's some kind of thing about her impurity or something like that. I will tell you, as a woman, what I judge people based on is who they are today. I would date a man who I like today, regardless of his past. I don't like guys who are impulsive or loose or boundaryless with their sexual energy, but I don't mind if they were so in the past. So I evaluate a man based on who he is now, and I don't think that all men do that. So, for example, I have a friend who used to be a meth whore. She used to take meth, she used to fuck around a lot. I don't even know how many guys. And she's been sober for many years now, and she's married now. And as far as I know her, I'm assuming she's monogamous. She is not the woman she used to be. But now her husband, he married her, right? But some men would be like, I would never marry her. So I'm very curious about that. Now, I will tell you the female's point of view. I don't care how many women you fuck, but I don't want you watching porn. If you watch porn, then I don't like that. Why do you need porn? And I make porn. This is why I'm making this video. It's like I would constantly think that you comparing me to her, that you would rather be with her than with me. Why do you need her? Why can't you be satisfied with me? Like, why do you need all these other women now? So I'm going to throw it right back at the guys, because it's the guys in the manosphere who are all about, we want the women with the low body count. right? While they're off jerking off to porn all the time. And I just want to say, from a woman's point of view, I don't see why you need porn. Like, can't you just masturbate using a fantasy? Can't you just masturbate and have me watch? Can't you just be satisfied with me or be satisfied with your life? Like, why you need to watch all these other women? And most of the porn that I see is pretty gross. But if I were in a relationship with a guy, I wouldn't want him watching any other porn, because to me that's cheating. That's, to me as a woman, that's how I feel about it. And I know that there are so many logical arguments to not feel that way. In fact, I am taking a sex webinar with Dr. Marty Klein, who is a sex therapist who wrote a book, His Porn, Her Pain, and he's so adamant that porn is not a problem. So I'm very curious about this, and I want to, expand my mindset. I don't want to be stuck in limited thinking, but I'm going to say, to the extent that the men are stuck on low body count for women, I'm stuck in don't know porn for men. Like, that just seems to me, why do you care how many men I fucked while you're going around jerking off to all these women? Like, you're cheating on me is what it feels like to me, whereas those guys are in the past. And I want to hear your comments, you guys. Throw them up there, throw them down.